So see, by Cauchy's integral formula, we have the value of f of a is given by this integral. Now, how is your a? A is inside a closed curve C. A is some point inside the closed curve such that the function f of z is analytic at all the points. Okay. Now, similar, if you just extend it, even we can find the value of the function, okay, but at different order derivatives. Means if this is the value of f of a, f dash of a is given by 1 factorial divided by 2 pi I integration over c f of z upon z minus a the whole square dz. Let's see, this is first order, we are having the power as 2. Similarly, this even we can generalize and tell that if it is nth order derivative, it can be written as n factorial divided by 2 pi I integration over c f of z upon z minus a raised to n plus 1 dz. This is called as generalized Cauchy's integral formula. Okay. Now, here what we'll do, we are going to prove it. Okay. So to prove, we have already your f of a. So the same thing has to be used. Okay. Because already we have proved it. So let us make use of it. Just compare, you have this is for f of a and this result is for f dash of a. F dash of a. So can you guess what is being done over here? Can you just guess what is being done?
Differentiation.
Differentiation. With respect to what? That is important.
Z.
No, if I do it with respect to z, what will be the derivative of f of a? Yeah. If suppose f of a, if I differentiate with respect to z, I'll get it as 0 because this is a function of a, right? So I want it to be f dash. So we should do it with respect to a. Agree? Okay. So let me just call this as equation 1. So to prove it, will differentiate 1 with respect to a. So derivative of f of a will be f dash of a is equal to. See here, tell me which is a term containing a on RHS part of equation 1. Here, the term containing a. Tell me which is that term.
fz by z minus a.
F of z don't contain, only z minus a. This is the term, right? So what happens, like if I'm doing with respect to a, what about the other all quantities? So I have to write it as same, isn't it? So I'll write it as 1 upon 2 pi I as it is, integration over c f of z as it is, okay? Then dz also as it is. So we have to differentiate what? See, we have to differentiate with respect to a means this is like 1 upon z minus a derivative is, what is the derivative of 1 upon z minus a? How you write for 1 by x derivative?
1
X
by,
square.
1 by z
Minus 1
minus
by
a
x
square.
square, no? Same way. So minus 1 upon z minus a the whole square. Huh? Whole square into derivative of z minus a with respect to a is what?
-1.
Minus 1. Very good. So this is into minus 1 because we are doing with respect to a, coefficient of a is -1. Is the part clear? All together, what it will be now? Minus into minus, isn't it plus? So this is integration. Okay, 1 upon 2 pi I, 2 pi I integration over c. This is again a positive quantity divided by z minus a the whole square dz. See the change. So if you have a f dash of a, what you are getting it as 2. Now, this is a result. If you just see, it is in general for n. So I cannot go to a general number n. So what we'll do, how we have found for first order, likewise we'll find it for second order, third order. If there is a symmetry, can we generalize it? Isn't it? We can generalize. Hmm? So I can, because I don't know what is n. N may be 100, maybe 1000. So I cannot go to that general number. So if I'm getting some symmetry in the first, second, third, fourth order derivative, we can generalize and write it for n. So we have got now first order. So what has to be done again to get it in general? Let us find it for second order, isn't it? Second order, right? So take what is f dash of a you have obtained, no, this expression, take and again differentiate with respect to same a. So that f dash of a becomes f double dash of a. So 1 upon 2 pi I constant again, integration over c, f of z dz. This is also constant. Now this term is now z minus a raised to 2 is a function of a, right? If I take in the numerator, it becomes z minus a raised to minus 2. Can you tell me what is the derivative of this with respect to a?
Z minus A whole
No,
raised
no,
to
minus 2,
-3 into
minus
minus
first
2
power, then z minus a raised to minus 3. I'm bringing it in the denominator, so it is plus 3 into what I have to write?
-1.
Minus 1.
Minus.
Okay, because
-1.
coefficient of a is minus 1. Now again, this is minus into minus plus 1. Don't take trouble in cancelling. I'll write it this 2 outside, divided by 2 pi I, integration over c, f of z upon, what I have to write? Z minus a raised to 3 dz. Okay. Now, what I will do, I will write this 1, previously obtained f dash as 1 factorial. This 2, can I write it as 2 factorial? Is 2 factorial and 2 both are same? Yes,
Yes.
obviously. Okay, so I'll write it as 2 factorial. Now, again, we cannot do it on only 2. Let us take one more. So let us again differentiate, isn't it? Derivative of f double dash is? F double dash is? F triple dash is 1 upon 2 pi I. Again, I'm writing all constant quantities. So I'm writing here 2 factorial here only. I'm taking this and doing the differentiation. So f of z I'll write into. Again, this is a term containing a. So what is that? The power, if I take in the numerator, it is z minus a raised to minus 3. Correct? So what will be the derivative? Minus 3 upon z minus a raised to plus 4. Actually, if you take in the numerator, it is minus 4. I'm taking in the denominator. So it is plus 4 into derivative of z minus a is what again? Minus 1. Just here, this minus into minus, it is plus. So every time what is happening, this minus is getting balanced. So always it is positive, isn't it? Because of this minus. Okay. And this 3 into 2 factorial can be written as what? 3 2s are 6, right? How can we write 6 in terms of 3?
3
3
factorial.
factor.
3 factorial divided by 2 pi I integration over c f of z upon z minus a raised to 4. Let's see the symmetry. If first order, you are getting 1 factorial and the power is 2. If it is f double dash, you are getting 2 factorial and the power of z minus a is 3. 3 okay, triple dash means you are getting 3 factorial and here the power of this z minus a is 4. Isn't it? Now we can generalize. Okay, so if I proceed like this, we'll get, there is a symmetry over here. Can you see there is a symmetry? So can we write like this? What is the nth order then? If I just go on doing it for the nth order, what will be this? If it is triple dash, 3 factorial, double dash, 2 factorial. So n dash means
n factorial.
n factorial. So everywhere we are getting 2 pi I, I'm writing common. Everywhere we are getting integration over c and f of z as it is. Again, see the power. If it is triple dash, power is 4. Double dash, power is 3. 1 dash, power is 2. So n dash means power is n plus 1. Agree with this? This is called as generalized Cauchy's integral formula. Okay. Now I'll tell you, now the next point is very important here, how to apply for the example. Okay, because here they may ask you to prove Cauchy's integral formula. So the proof is done already. Now even the example related to CIF will be asked. So how to apply it? For that, I'll just give, okay, there are two important points. That is, here the point which is under consideration is there in the denominator. Don't forget that. Correct? How we have z minus a. So when we apply for the example, you have to see the denominator and you have to see the point. So there are two possibilities for the point. That is, this is now, if for example, if I take the denominator as z minus a. So if I want to get the point, no, I have to equate it to 0. If z minus a is 0, what is z? First, z equal to
A.
a, right? So this is a point under consideration. So how to get it? What you have the denominator, no, equate it to 0 and get the value of z, that becomes point. Okay. Now this point, there are two conditions. I'll write two conditions. That is, this point is inside which curve? Inside this C. Very important. And second condition, outside C. There is no situation as it is on C. There is no third possibility. So only two are there, either inside or outside. Okay. Suppose if the point is inside, then you have to write, if suppose you are finding f of z upon z minus a dz over C, straight away you have to write the value as 2 pi I f of a. This is by Cauchy's integral formula. Okay, just you can just see here. This is what, okay, this see equation 1. This equation is for f of a. Suppose if I write the value only for this integral, only this integral, isn't it? I have to take this here. What will be the value of the integral? 2 pi I into f of a. Agree? Okay, this is from the same CIF, only how to apply, for example, I'm telling you. Okay, similarly, suppose, so this is to be applied if denominator power is 1. If the denominator power is 1. If it is more than 1, what is to be applied? Can anybody tell me? That is what we have applied, no, just now, generalized. Generalized will help us to find if the power is more than 1. Okay, so the power may be 2, maybe 3. Okay, like that. Suppose if the power is more than 1, so the value of this can be written as, can you tell me what is the value of this integral? Shift these terms and tell. Fast.
2 pi I f of n a.
F raised, okay, I'll write bracket because no, f raised to n is different and f raised to bracket n means you have to differentiate n times. Divided by n factorial. Are you getting the point? See the difference, huh? If the power is 1, straight away this. If the power is more than 1, you have to apply this second result. Okay, now what is the second situation? What I told. The point may be outside.
Outside.
Example on this are very, very important. Surely one example will come, minimum one example, or they may ask two also. So this is, if suppose the point is outside, can you guess what should be the value then? Can anybody guess? Just guess, no, what is wrong in guessing? This is a value which will reduce most of your, reduce your work. Now can anybody guess?
0.
Very good. Yeah, it is obviously 0. If it was not 0, now why to take the two cases? So straight away you have to write the value as 0. So what is important? You should see the point. You should decide whether it is inside or outside. How to decide inside, outside? I'll take example and explain. Am I clear with this part? This is most important. If anybody has any queries regarding this, please do ask. Am I clear with this? See the denominator, decide about the point, confirm whether it is inside. If it is inside, the value exists. If it is outside, value of that integral is straight away 0. Okay, I'll take one simple example and explain. Okay. Yeah. So the usual question will be like, evaluate integration over c z square plus 5 divided by z minus 2 into z minus 3 dz, where c is a circle, mod z equal to 4. Have you written? Even such simple example may also be asked in the exam. Okay, now here this is actually a complex integration. So we have to evaluate it. So without performing integration, we are going to do it. Just let us see. What you have to do first is, don't see what is numerator given. Take directly as 1. It may be anything. Don't worry. Just in the beginning, take it as 1. And take the entire denominator. What is the denominator? Z minus 2 into Z minus 3. Okay. Now, if you see this line integral above, no, how many points you have in the denominator? Just see here. If I want to apply this result, isn't it you have only 1 point? Either it may be Z minus A or Z minus A raised to N plus 1, whatever it is. Isn't it you have 1 point? Now, how many points are there here in the denominator?
2 points.
2 points are there. So obviously, if I want to apply the result, I should have only 1. How can I get only 1? By what process? Means I don't want both bracket to be there. I want that only 1 should be there. How can I do it? What that process is called as? I want to separate them. How can I separate 2 brackets here in the denominator?
Multiply.
Multiply.
Okay. Or multiply and divide by what? No. I want they should be like this. I want them to be like this. Not like eliminate. I want them to be separated. How can I do it?
A
By
by
partial
z
fraction.
plus b.
Not by parts, it is by
Partial fraction.
partial fractions. Very good. Okay. See, you should know why that only has to be applied. My intention, I don't want 2 points, I want 1 point. So this is possible from partial fractions only, isn't it? Okay. So let us apply partial fraction. And partial fraction, there is one shortcut way. Do you remember? See, for diplomas and all, when I took class, no, it was like I could explain. Even for third semester, when I was taking, I have explained it. Suppose if the power is 1 and 1, we can just apply a shortcut way, isn't it? Huh? Okay. So just see, I want the numerator for z minus 2 first. So z minus 2 will be 0 for what value of z?
2.
2, right?
Yes.
So what you do for the previous term, just hide this. Okay. Think this z minus 2 is not there. Hide this, and in remaining expression, you just put z as 2. So what happens to this 1? So 1 will be 1, no problem, divided by, here in this term, z minus 3 will be what?
-1.
2 minus 3. Because in this, no, where z is there, take it as 2. Because this quantity becomes 0 for z equal to 2. Hope clear? Huh? Is it clear or no? Okay. Now, similar way, I want the numerator for z minus 3. So z minus 3 will be 0 for what value of z?
Plus 3.
3 plus 3, yes. So what do you do in the previous term? You just hide this, And in remaining, wherever z is there, take it as 3. Only one z is there, no? So I'll write it as 1 upon 3 minus 2. Correct? 1 minus 3. Okay, 1 upon z minus, sorry, 3 minus 2. Okay. Now clear? So directly you will get the numerator. What is the value of this? 1 upon 2 minus 3.
-1.
Minus 1 upon z minus 2. And what is the value of here? 1 upon 3 minus 2. Plus 1
+1.
upon z minus 3. Is the intention done? Is it not? We separated it. After the separation, what you have to do is apply this one step, that is multiply by f of z and integrate with respect to z over the curve C. I'll just apply the same step for all the problems so that the confusions are less. First, take the numerator as 1, take the entire denominator, apply partial fractions and separate them. After that, just multiply by f of z and integrate with respect to z over the curve C. See, this is my expression. Okay. For this LHS part, no, I'll first multiply by z. So isn't it, it comes in the numerator. After multiplying, what is applied here? You should integrate this with respect to z over the curve C. Okay. Is equal to. Here also, we have this, right? So same thing has to be applied. So is it f of z is going to come for both the terms or only one term?
Both.
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 So this is like minus will come out. This is like we are first multiplying by f of z. Then what we are doing? We are integrating this with respect to z over the curve C. Plus, again here also same. Integration over C, f of z upon, tell me what you will get? Z minus 3 dz. Okay. Now, take this as some equation 1. Because we need to write the value of this, okay, two terms depending whether the point is inside or outside. Okay. These two are similar to this, isn't it? F of z upon z minus a. Okay. Now we have to decide whether it is 2 pi I f of a or whether it is 0. This depends on what quantity? Inside and outside. Now, z minus 2, okay. Now what we have? How to decide about the points? See the denominator. So this denominator you equate it to 0. What will get the point? If I just take z minus 2 as 0, I'll get z as 2. Correct? 2. Now after writing this, what we have to do is, okay, what has to be done is you have to see the curve. Just see. Now, till now we have not seen what the curve they have given. So how is this? C is the curve circle such that mod z is equal to 4. Don't draw the curve and all. What you have to see, how the curve is given, no, like that we have to construct the point. Now just see, this is like modulus of z is given. Correct? So you have your z here. Correct? You have here z, very important point. So what you do, just put a modulus for this. So if I put a modulus on both the sides, it is mod z is equal to mod 2, isn't it? What is modulus of 2? What is modulus of 2?
2.
Yeah, it is 2.
Plus 2.
Compare plus 2. Now you compare this 2 with given quantity 4. See how is the given curve? Mod z is equal to 4. Tell me, what is the relation between 2 and 4?
2 less than 4.
2 is less than 4. So whenever you apply it, if you get the quantity less, that means it is inside. Got it? If you get it as greater, you have to say that it is outside. So take the point, do all the simplification and compare with a given thing. If you are getting it as less, you can say inside. If you're getting it as greater, it is outside. I'll try to tell you the meaning of this. Here, you have some circle such that the radius is 4. Okay, radius is 4. Now, if I'm taking z equal to 2 means I'm taking a point which has the radius as 2. Which has a radius as 2, you can say. So tell me, a point z equal to 2 will be inside this circle or will be outside?
Inside.
Obviously inside, correct? Here, somewhere here. 2 may be here. Because it's of radius 4. Similarly, can you guess what should be this now? Next point is z minus 3. Can you tell me it is inside or outside?
Inside.
Obviously inside. Okay. But some cases, no, they give the circle like this. Z minus I less than half, okay, equal to half and all. So that time it is difficult if I want to tell according to by drawing the circle and all. So please do understand this method of deciding about inside and outside. Okay, let us take the second point. Second point is z minus 3 equated to 0. What will you get? Shift it. Z equal to 3. Okay. Now for this condition, you put modulus. Modulus of z is what? Modulus of 3. What is modulus of 3? Modulus means positive value. Yeah, modulus of 3 is how much? 3. Again, this should be compared with 4. Yeah, this 3, if you have to compare with again same 4 only. Okay, because our circle, what you are taking, no, this is fixed. This is with mod z equal to 4. Tell me now, again less than means? Again it is
Inside.
inside. Done. So both the points are inside means what concept we have to apply is from here. Okay. So 1 second. Yeah, let us apply this concept because the point is inside. So for each of the points, see, tell me in first case, what is my A? For the first term, what is my A? See,
2, ma'am.
2, right? For the second case, what is my A?
3.
3. Okay. So when this is being done, so you have to write like this. Therefore, equation 1 becomes integration over C f of z upon z minus 2 into z minus 3 in, okay, z minus 2. Okay. This is equal to, this minus remains the same. So this point is inside means we have to write it as 2 pi I f of A. What is my A? A is 2 plus, how to write the value of this? 2 pi I f of 3. Is this part clear? As
Yes,
it is inside, no, we are just writing with the help of this part. This part. What is my A? Yeah. After this, what do you do now? Now, we have not seen any numerator till now, correct? So what you have to do, take f of z and take it as the entire numerator what is given in the problem. Getting it? So what is to be done here? Put f of z equal to, what is my numerator in the problem? Z square
of
plus
Z.
5. Okay. Now, what you want? Okay, here I can take f of z as z square plus 5. What I want here, RHS part, just see, I want f of 2. I want f of 3. How can I get it? How can I get f of 2?
Substitute 2 in place of
Yeah, replace z by 2. So it is 2 square plus 5 is how much? How much?
9.
9. Similarly, what is
9.
f of 3 means? Replace z by 3. 3 square plus 5 is how much? T square
14.
is 9 plus 5
14,
is how much? It is
14.
14. Yes, very good. So this is how the value should be found. And after getting, okay, so this is 14. So I'll call this as equation 2 for convenience. Therefore, equation 2 becomes integration. What is f of z value we have to take? Z square plus 5 upon z minus 2 into z minus 3 dz over c equal to minus 2 pi I into, what is f of 2? 9 into 2 pi I. What is f of 3? 14. Tell me what is common in both. 2 pi I is common, right? What will you get? 14 minus 9 is how much? 14 minus 9 is
5.
5. So if you just multiply by 5, what is the last answer? The answer is 10 pi I. Just observe some of the points over here. Have you performed any integration? Have you integrated at any step? Do tell me. Any step which involves integration?
No.
No. So this CIF is very helpful without performing integration. But here the question is evaluate only, right? That means we have evaluated the integration. And one more thing, we have not taken everything at once. We are taking step by step. But ultimately, isn't it this is what is given in the question is matching with what is the last answer? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the part clear? See, like this very simple example they will ask. You should be able to solve it. If any doubts are there, you can ask. Else, I'll go for the next example. Okay, let me take one more. Still, if you have anything, no, you can just get it clarified from that. Integration over C, this is also one of the important examples. Sin pi square plus cos pi z square, okay, not pi square, pi z square divided by z minus 1 divided by z minus 1 into z minus 2 dz, where C is the circle, okay, z minus 1 into z minus 2 dz, where C is the circle mod z equal to 3. Okay. So tell me what is the starting point? What we should take? Starting point. What we have to start with?
1 by denominator.
Very good. 1 upon z minus 1 into z minus 2. Take the entire denominator, take numerator as 1. Again, what has to be done? We need to separate them by partial fractions. Yeah. So z minus 1 will be 0 for z equal to 1. Hide this. Hide this. And just if you replace 1 upon 1 minus 2. Similarly, z minus 2 will be 0 for z equal to 2. So hide this. Okay, hide this part and just 1 upon 2 minus 1. Correct? If not comfortable, you can take it as a plus a upon denominator plus b upon denominator and apply that all method. But I feel don't waste time. Okay, what is the value? Numerator of first minus 1. Numerator of second term plus 1. This is not always, this may be even different also. After this step, what has to be done? Steps are fixed. What we did?
Multiply by f of
F
z.
of z and
integrating
integrate over C. This much also
Integrate.
is over. Integrate over C. So it is f of z upon z minus 1 into z minus 2. First we are multiplying, then we are integrating over the curve C. Let us do the same thing here. First multiply by f of z. This minus is out. Then we are integrating over C with respect to z. Similarly, f of z upon z minus 2 dz over the curve C. Tell me, what are the points? What are the points here? How many points are there?
2 points.
2 points. What they are? Yeah, let us take them. So
1 and 2.
1
1
and 2.
and 2. Yes, z equal to 1. So now come back to the circle. How they have given? Modulus of z is 3, right? So for this, you put modulus on both the sides. So what is modulus of 1? Huh?
1 only.
1 only. Yeah. See, this 1 should be compared with which number? Is it 4? Is it 3? Is it 2? Or is it 1?
3.
3.
Why
3,
3?
ma'am.
Why 3? Why not
Mod of
4?
z is equal to 3.
Yeah,
They
they have
even
given. Yeah, for this problem, mod z is equal to 3. For the previous, it was 4. Correct? So with the help of this, no, we have to just compare. So compare this 1 with respect to 3. What is the relation? 1 is less than 3
less
or
than.
greater than? Obviously less than.
Less than.
What this implies? Z equal to 1 lies
Inside the circle.
inside C. Similarly, can you guess what should happen for 2 then? Is 2 is inside or outside?
That's
Again, it is inside.
Inside.
Because we have a circle such that the radius is 3, means obviously the point z equal to 1 and 2 will be inside that. If I have a point z equal to 4, what happens then? Isn't it that point will be outside that time? Correct? Yes. So z equal to 2 lies inside C. So both are inside means let us apply the first point in the note and write the value for equation 1. So equation 1 becomes no change with LHS, right? Exactly same. RHS. RHS is minus. What is the value? Let's see here. This is f of z upon z minus 1. Instead of a, you have it as 1 means point is 1. Correct? How to write?
2 pi I.
Into f of 1. Similarly, 2 pi I into f of 2. Correct? Take this as some equation 2. Okay. Now, tell me what is f of z?
Sin pi z square plus cos z square.
Yeah. So f of z. So now you put f of z equal to the entire numerator sin pi z square plus cos pi z square. What are the values required from here is f of 1 and f of 2. So replace your z by 1. Can you tell me what is f of 1? Sin pi into, in place of z, I have to write 1 square, no? Correct? What is this? Cos of pi same. Instead of z, I have to write 1. So it becomes 1 square. Tell me what is sin pi?
0.
0. What is cos pi?
Minus.
Minus 1. So what ultimately what is the answer? What is the
minus
answer?
1.
Minus 1. Don't take a lot of time for such thing. Now, similarly, we need to find f of 2. So where all z is there, take it as 2. So it becomes sine of pi into 2 square plus cos of pi into 2 square. What is cos of 2 square means 4. So what is sine of 4 pi? What is sine of 4 pi?
Ma'am, 0.
0. And what is cos of 4 pi?
1.
Plus 1, right? So it is even number times pi is always plus 1. Odd number times pi is always minus 1 for cos. Ultimately, the answer is 1. So let us see what happens to equation 2. So integration over c. What I have to write in place of f of z? Sin pi z square plus cos pi z square upon z minus 1 into z minus 2 dz is equal to minus 2 is equal to minus 2 pi I, and value of the bracket, what is the value of f of 1 we have got? Minus 1. Okay, so this is minus 2 pi I, f of 1 value is minus 1, again 2 pi I, f of 2 value is, what is f of 2? Plus 1. Tell me the answer.
4 pi I.
4 pi I, because this is minus into minus plus 2 pi I plus 2 pi I is 4 pi I. This is the answer. Is it clear? Are you comfortable with Cauchy's integral formula now? If you have doubts, you can just ask. If no means, I'll take now the third example. Write it. See, the example is exactly same here. Only the power of z minus 1 is 2. Okay. So this is evaluate integration over c sin pi z square plus cos pi z square upon z minus 1 the whole square into z minus 2 dz, where c is a circle, mod z equal to 3. Just see what is the difference here. Isn't it? We have already solved it. What is the only change? What is the only difference?
Power.
Power, ma'am.
So here it is, instead of z minus 1, the power as 1, here the power may be 2. So that time, see, only one difference, but the problem is going to be very, very different. Okay, this is going to be little lengthy comparing to the previous. Let it be. Let us solve it. So be very clear with the example. Unless you see it properly, you will not, you cannot write the answer correctly. So, yeah, tell me now, what is the starting point again? See, power may be 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. So we have to start with what? To start with what again?
1 by denominator.
1 upon whole denominator. Yes. Why I told it's a change, because see the shortcut way what we applied. No, you can apply only if the powers are 1 and 1. If the power is more than 1, you cannot apply it. So we have to go for the lengthy way of partial fractions only. Okay. Now, how to start is, start from, see, this is now the power is 2, but always you should start with the power as 1. So take one constant divided by the power as 1. Tell me what is next. It will be b divided by, increase the power by
B
1. Plus c upon z minus 2. See, how to decide is, just add the powers of both the brackets. What it is, this is 2 plus 1. That means ultimately you will get 3 constants now. Let us call them as ABC. So how to start? Power start from 1, and till you get the same power, you should write till that. Okay. Suppose if the power is 3 here, z minus 1 raised to 3, how many constants you will get?
Four, ma'am.
You will get 4, right? So you should again start from z minus 1, then z minus 1 the whole square, z minus 1 the whole cube. You should stop when the powers become same. So let us call it as some equation 1 because we have to find ABC separately and then we have to substitute. Okay. So I'll write one equation. See, very easily you can write it. Write only the numerator of 1, the LHS part. Now for RHS part, you should write A into what you have in the denominator, leave it. What you don't have, adjust it from here. See what the denominator is z minus 1 raised to 2. Here the denominator is z minus 1. So how much is less? Isn't it one bracket is less?
From z minus
One bracket is less. Anything else is less comparing to this denominator?
Z minus
z.
Yeah, even z minus 2 is less. Yes. So you should write such that along with this denominator and next this numerator, it has to balance this entire thing. Okay. Plus, this is what is taking LCM. Okay. Now again compare. So for B, you have this bracket, isn't it? Whole bracket. What is missing?
Z minus 2.
Z minus 2. Write that. For C, you have Z minus 2. What is missing?
Z minus 1 the whole square.
Yes. Yeah, write like this. Okay. Now, what you have to do is just, I'll call this as again equation 2. Just put, you have some brackets. What they are? One is Z minus 1, another bracket is Z minus 2. You equate them to 0. There are two brackets, so you'll get the values of two constants. Okay. So first, we'll put Z minus 1 as 0. Means what is the value of Z?
1.
1. So let us put this value of Z in equation 2. What you will get? So where all Z is there, take it as 1. This is 1. See, if I put Z minus 1 as 0, what happens to this? Isn't it this term is 0? Correct? So you'll get this as 0 plus. Here, this is B into. What is my Z? Z is 1 minus 2. Again, you have a Z minus 1 and Z minus is 0 means what happens to the last term? Again 0. So see what is the value? 1 minus 2 is how much? 1 minus 2 is? Minus 1,
ma'am.
right? So this is minus B is equal to 1 means B equal to how much?
Minus
B
1.
equal to minus 1, ma'am.
Done. Okay. Similarly, what is the next bracket? What we have here is already Z minus 2 equated to 0. Means what is the value of Z? Let us use it as 2 in equation 2. This is 1 equal to. Even here you have a Z minus 2 which is 0. So what will you get? This becomes 0. You have a Z minus 2. That also becomes 0. This is C into. What is Z? Z is 2 minus 1 the whole square. What is the value of this bracket? Isn't it 1? So what is the value of C then?
1, ma'am.
C is 1. Okay. Now we want the value of A because there are three constants. Now you use any other value of Z other than what they used once. That is other than 1 and 2, use some value, which is a simple value to be used.
0.
You can use, yes, 0 is better. If okay, even you can use minus 1, minus 2, anything. Okay, but I'll use a simple one. Along with this, you have to take even B and C as 0, the obtained values, else you cannot find. So let us do it. Let us substitute in equation 2. So what you'll get? 1 equal to A as it is, 0 minus 1, 0 minus 2, B is minus 1, 0 minus 2, C is plus 1, 0 minus 1 the whole square. Tell me what you'll get here. This is minus 1 minus 2 is plus 2, no? This is 2A. Here, minus into minus Plus 2. What is minus 1?
Plus
The whole
1.
square.
Plus 2.
Yeah. Is plus 1. Correct? Minus 1 the whole square is plus 1. So this plus 1 and this plus 1 will go. So 2a plus 2 is 0 means what is a? First take this 2 here. It becomes minus 2. Then if you take this 2, it comes in the denominator. So what is the value?
Minus 1.
Okay. After getting these, let us substitute in equation 1. Therefore, equation 1 becomes 1 upon z minus 1 the whole square into z minus 2 equal to a is minus 1, b is minus 1, and c is plus 1. Hope clear. Tell me what is the next step. Only here it is going to be different because the power is more than 1. Yeah, you can put your number in the chat box. Some are also leaving the class. Let it be. Put your number. Can anybody tell me what it should be the next step? Multiply by f of z and integrate over c. All right, I'll write one step and I'll leave. So this is integrate. First you should multiply. Then you should integrate with respect to z. So this is f of z upon z minus 1 minus f of z upon z minus 1 the whole square dz plus integration of f of z upon z minus 2 dz over the curve C. I'll call this as some equation 3.